And basketball action resumes here inside the ENDERUN Gymnasium here in McKinley Hill in Taguig for the continuation of our Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 2 presented by the Shawarma Shop. It is going to be the battle between the NCAA powerhouse CSB Blazers going up against the new and improved UST Tigers. And my name is Alvin Tanyada, and who better to call this game with me than the Woj of Philippine Collegiate Basketball, Naveen Ganglani. Naveen, good afternoon, and it's an exciting time for this for today kasi these are two teams na up and coming for their upcoming NCAA and UAAP season respectively.
Yes sir, Coach Alvin. Nice to spend my Sunday with you calling this game. And I'm excited for this game, no, Coach, because yun nga, UST is one of the teams to look out for in the upcoming UAAP season. We get a preview of their lineup today. They're not complete, pero madami sa bagong exciting players nila are going to be in action.
And now let's take a look at the starters on the floor to be called out later on. Ian Torres, Angela Vanguardia, Roger Andoa, Morales, and Edson Serrano will start off for CSB, while for UST they will start off with Osang at the center, Suba Estacio at the the forward position, and then Moore and everyone is waiting for this guy, Portsky Padrigao,
yes,
will be starting off at point guard, the former Ateneo point guard, now a growling Tiger. And both teams are under at least have players na hindi maglalaro dito. Naveen will talk about these players later on as we turn it over now to our Coliseum announcer, the one and only Ran Moraleda. And now the starters have been called out. Edgar Ortilla, Jordan Nebres will be our officials for this matchup. There you go. Starters natin. And Naveen, there are players that we will be missing in this matchup. Talking about UST, they will be not having Jeremy Robinson and itong si Kyle Paranada. Yun yung magandang mga nilaro during their last game for UST. And both players are still in the States, according to Coach Japs Kuan. So they will be missing out for this matchup. While for CSB, they're missing the services of Justin Sanchez, Tony Inot, Allen Liwag, and Jomel Ancheta.
And right away, Coach Alvin, you see the impact of a Portsky Padrigao, two-way player, getting the steal and a breakaway layup. A lot of his former teammates in Ateneo called him one of the smartest basketball players they've played with. And right now, UST will have the privilege of having him as one of their guards. And just to add also for UST, wala today si Mr. Chase Lane, one of the expected players to join next season because like Paranada and Robinson, Lane is also still in the United States but should be back within a matter of time.
Yes, and they're exciting to have these players hopefully play kasi nga UST, we all know, coming up short, 2 wins only last UAP season, but we all know this team is really improving a lot under Coach Pido Harencio.
Exactly, and also new assistant coach Juno Soler will be joining the staff. Juno Soler, of course, a champion head coach of DLSU back in 2013, so some championship experience joining the Tigers' staff.
And syempre, dagdag pa natin yan, Senyor Pedro Pedro Martin, a very good player in his heydays, also with a good big man coach, naging teammate ni Romel Aducol in the NBA. So
Yes.
malaki ang matututunan dito for ng mga players under these two coaches, Coach Juno and Coach Peter Martin.
Exactly, and also one player here to watch out for in UST's SJ Moore, who had his rookie season with the Tigers in season 86 of the UAAP. Didn't get a lot of playing time, but to play in a tournament like this in the off-season with the goal of improving before season 87, of course, that's something to watch out for if you're a UST fan.
And now, para naman dito sa CSB Blazers, Ian Torres has been terrific all tournament, not just this tournament, but also in the other leagues na nilalaroan niya. In the 2 wins na meron sila in the other leagues na nilalaroan niya. Best player of the game, itong si Ian Torres.
Exactly, Coach Alvin. And he had a lot of impressive stints last year, even if he wasn't playing. Expected to join the CSB roster for season 100. And that's going to give an already loaded Blazers team one more valuable option as they chase the championship that has eluded them since 2000 in the NCAA.
Season 98, they almost won the title, but sayang lang, natalo sila to Letran. Then the last year, nobody expected what happened to them kasi bumaba yung laro nila. They placed 4th in the tournament, losing to Mapua in that Final Four. So, a lot of improvement, most especially, marami ang mawawala here for CSB. They lost Will Gozum right now to graduate due to graduation. And also si Miggy Corteza, no longer with them.
Yep.
Naive also no longer with them. Also Prince Carlos, no longer with them.
So madaming nawala sa CSB, but madami din ang papasok, including the guys you mentioned earlier, Tony Inot, Justin Sanchez, Alan Liwag. So they will be a contender. And again, Torres, wide open there underneath. Maganda yung galaw niya for a guard. He's not someone, as we see him make the defensive stop here, he's not someone who needs the ball all the time to succeed. But when he does have the ball, he takes advantage of it as well.
And Ian Torres, maganda rin niya dahil he can play the 1, he can play the 2.
Yes.
When you put in Jomel Ancheta or ito si Gab Cometa, he can play the 2 guard. And then once you have him on the floor, he can play the 1 also. So malaganda yung magiging takbo dito ng CSB even with the loss of Prince Carlos and Robin Naive for the upcoming season.
Exactly. That's now 2 straight times for UST where Padrigao tried to get the ball to Osang, but Osang both times not ready for the pass, and it's led to 2 turnovers for the Growling Tigers. And as we see a foul here on Padrigao. Interesting to note, Coach Alvin, UST has 2 FSAs playing in this game lined up, si Osang and si Tongkara. But only one of them can be the FSA for the Growling Tigers in season 87. And right now, it's still uncertain who that player will be when the UAP season arrives. So it's good to get an early preview of what both players are capable of.
Yes, especially we all know what happened last season sa kanilang FSA. He got injured during the season at nahirapan na itong UST to build up with that injury. But right now, lots of players expected for UST, and Padrigao will be the vital point of that offense for UST. Nice find. Osang with a score and a foul.
And that's exactly the kind of connection Padrigao tried to get with Osang the last 2 possessions. This time around, he's able to connect on the pass. Osang finishes Padrigao is great with finding the open roller in pick and roll situations. And his big men will have to be ready at any point to roll to the rim and catch the ball cleanly. Because if Padrigao sees you open, he will deliver that handle.
Yes, Portsky Padrigao. Number 2 ito, in the last time that he played in the UAP, he ranked second in the MVP votes.
Tama.
Behind itong MVP na si Malik Diouf. So, he will be an expected contributor kagad for the UST Growling Tigers as Osang gets the rebound here. Portsky Padrigao bringing down the ball. And Roger Ondoa with the steal, and that is what Roger Ondoa now brings to the table. His tenacious defense for CSB.
Exactly, and that's now the second foul also on Padrigao. So interesting to see, yes, right away you see Coach Juan making an adjustment as Sap comes in for Fortsky. Also, Ice Danting in the game for the Growling Tigers. Now, yung journey ni Danting, it's worth noting. He spent some time sa LaSalle Green Hills, was with DLSU, was with Ateneo, finally found a home in UST, trying to crack the roster for season 87. Very athletic young player, has a lot of potential. Let's see what he can do here today. Considering na sa kanyang defensive assignment of Ian Torres, who has been on fire to start this game.
All right, now let's see. Ian Torres gives it up to Roger Ondoa. Morales. And this is Vanguardia. Bigay dito kay Torres. Torres for the 3. No good. Rebounded by Morales. Picked up here by Serrano. And right now, itong UST, little bit slow in their start here in this ball game.
They're having a hard time dealing with the press of CSB. And even when they get the ball across, the shot clock's already gone down.
To drive inside, Suban. No good. Rebounded by Osang. That is out. And it's not just the players that we're talking about, star-studded dito. The coaching staff also for both squads. Diba? Very star-studded for CSB. We all know Coach Charles Chu is not here. And I know he's watching right now through our YouTube channel, Pinoyliga TV. But you have Coach Paulo Layug there. And then you have Coach Gabby Severino, which is one of... teka lang. Coach Gabby Severino, one of the best minds also in collegiate basketball. And there's a technical foul here.
Tempers flaring early here for the UST bench. That's a technical foul called on Coach on the bench.
Improper bench decorum. Yan.
Exactly.
Second infraction na yan. Coach Jabs Kuan ang nagtitimon yan because Coach Pidorencio not here. Ian Torres misses the technical.
Looks like some clarifications going on right now that the UST bench wants to know answers to. So the intensity, Coach Alvin, early maaga pa lang, you can see that even if it's an off-season tournament, even for a lot of these players, they just came back from vacation, no? They really want to win this game and to build winning habits as early as now.
Yes, so yun yung importante dito for both squads kasi again, both squads coming off dismal seasons for their respective leagues. As Osang hits the 15-footer. Again, we're talking about CSB not living up to their expectations in season 99. While itong UST, syempre, still getting their grooves going with Coach Pido. Diba? So, let's see how things goes with this season kasi ito yung malaking bagay, diba?
Tama.
For them to get their acts going. As Morales, the jumper, no good.
And you can see better defense from UST out of these last few possessions. Not a great pass that time by Estacio as Osang was well guarded. But the last jump shot of Osang, he's capable of hitting those. In fact, one of the coaches of UST told me before the game that Osang is a perimeter caliber player that they have to teach to play a little more inside if he will be their FSA. But he can drive from the perimeter, he can hit those mid-range jumpers. That time, sayang hindi lang niya nakuha on the pick and roll. Good defense by the Blazers. But his development will be interesting to watch out for.
Yes, that is right there, Naveen. And now Ian Torres picks it, moves closer, extra pass. Ondoa! That's a top ring. Hindi dunk, hindi rin but he tapped the ring. Pero ang taas tumalon nitong si
Tama.
Roger Ondoa.
Tama. And Torres, Ondoa, those will be the two guys reinforcing CSB's bench unit for season 100. And you can see the potential there. And you can see why so many of the Blazer fans are excited for their team moving forward.
And this is a platoon substitution for CSB. This is one player, Navid, that we are excited for this team for CSB. Is Antonio Sebio. We have seen this guy play well all throughout the last collegiate cup of our Pinoyliga. And he is a high flyer, ready to be unleashed here. Former UP Fighting Maroon. Let's see here. The drive, Estacio extra pass, and that's a shot clock violation.
That time, if you're Estacio, need to have better shot clock awareness. He had the open floater na could have taken the mid-range jumper. But you know, those are the growing pains you have to go through as a young player sometimes. He will get better though. They are very high on this kid, si Estacio. They feel he's capable of even playing the point for his size, which is a unique weapon. And speaking of Eusebio, as we see a three-pointer by Oli, who is from San Francisco, one of the best shooters in the team. Eusebio just got back from Canada less than a week ago, so he's still fighting some jet lag, but ready to ball today.
And ito Matthew Oli, as you said, shooter, but this guy is a speedster on the floor. Ralph Balikig, that's a goaltend.
Great awareness that time by Balikig, and he's also another player that we've seen in the Pinoyliga in the past, and another player fighting for a spot in season 100, and he's making a good case. We're seeing Estacio now playing the point for the Growling Tigers.
Yes, so 3 minutes and 13 remaining here sa pass-up. The double team there, 15-second shot clock, the drive by Tongkwara, and Tongkwara gets there. Now, if there is one team that can really match up with the UAAP squad that has FSAs, it's this squad, CSB, because they do have Arshaga there that can really play, and ayun, talagang mukhang pinagsabihan na mahigi doon.
Exactly, and I'm not sure if our listeners in the stream heard that, but one of the UST coaches telling Estacio, if you have the opportunity to shoot, don't hesitate.
Whoa,
because
whoa.
even hesitating from taking an open shot sometimes can kill the flow of the offense.
And then, itong si Tongkara ngayon ay susubok. 2 free throws here. First one is good, second one is also good. So, both Tongkara and the other FSA, Osang, good perimeter shooters. But again, they're missing that big guy talaga from the inside. And this guy will also be a special also for CSB, Matthew Oli.
And like I mentioned earlier, Coach Alvin, he is considered one of the best shooters in the team. And that comes from the CSB coaching staff itself. He's from San Francisco and someone to watch out for moving forward as the thing gets stuck and gets called for a traveling violation.
And I remember Coach Raiko Toroman, CSB's team consultant, has high praises for Matthew Oli because he's not just a good shooter, he can also drive to the hole and also be a good defensive guy.
And you know, one thing the Blazers roster needs, given the talent that they have on their team, as we see one of these talents right now in Eusebio, is more guys who you can play off ball. Because if you have Sanchez, you have Liwag, you have Inot, you have Eusebio, you need guys you can kick out to for open shots. And in that last possession, si Oli got the kick out for a potential three-pointer, did not rush, took a few dribbles, mid-range pull-up, swak. Diba?
Yeah.
So those are the kind of players every championship team needs.
And Antonio Sebio misses the first there.
Ashen Andrews, the former UP Fighting Maroon, also now in the game for the UST Growling Tigers.
And SJ Moore checks in.
Naka-reverse Grinch ata si Andrews eh. Ganda oh.
Yung mga uso ngayon sapatos. So it's either the Grinch one, the green one, or ito, the reverse one.
Tama. As we see Ice Danting now carrying the ball. You know, one thing that UST has is, as we see more loose the handle, is a lot of tall guards who can bring up the handle. And that's going to be an advantage when you're going up against opposition in the UAAP.
I think the smallest point guard that they have is Sportskin na talaga, no? Padrigaw.
Speaking of point guards, June Melesio, the younger brother of Aljun Melesio, former UAP Rookie of the Year, now about to check into this game.
Now Gab Cometa to Arsiaga.
That's a goaltending.
That's a goaltending, yes, correct.
So for the UST fans who might be curious, what's the difference of Osang and Tongkara? Well, we mentioned it earlier. Osang is more perimeter oriented. He's athletic. He tries to use his speed. Well, Tongkara likes doing his damage in the post, in the paint, a little slower but a little more advanced when it comes to post play than Osang. So again, a lot of options for UST there.
That's last touch on the Blazers. Now, one X factor that we need to look forward here, Naveen, is Gab Cometa, the former San Beda Red Lion,
Yes.
third Blazer. He is going to be a marked man also here. He hasn't gotten that playing time yet because of the likes of Jomel Ancheta, Ian Torres. But whenever he's given a chance, he can really be that point guard, a stable point guard for them.
Tama. And Michael Mara now checking into the game for the Blazers, replacing Antonio Eusebio. Mara, the CSB staff knows this kid has potential. It's now a matter, as we see Melesio pulling an Aljun, knocking down a three-pointer. But speaking of Mara, can he catch up to the speed of the college game? That will determine whether he will have a role with the Blazers moving forward.
Because he's more of a Bruce player right now. And with him and si Arsiaga on the floor, these two players can be the Bruce brothers right now.
Exactly.
For the squad as Andrew scores. And the lead has been cut down to 5 here. 20-15, under a minute left.
And that last play for USC was started by Melesio's defense, leading the break, scoring on the 3-on-1. Andrews finishing the lob.
Balikig to Gab Cometa. Extra pass to the outside. Michael Mara. No good. Rebound. Pero may tulak.
Huli.
Oo.
Alam mo yun, yung mga vet moves that when you've been around for a while, alam mo how to do it a little more subtly. That time, kitang-kita, and CSB already in penalty situation. So out of nowhere, from a 10-point Blazers lead, USC has a chance to cut this to 3, maybe 4. And that's how quickly things can change in the game of basketball, Coach Alvin. You know that.
And one guy that is a big fan of Michael Mara is a good friend of ours, Nico Rocha, na nanonood ngayon.
Shout out kay kaibigan Nico. Also shout out to a good friend of mine, a CSB fan watching this game, Mateo.
Now, SJ Moore.
And while we have a break, I want to shout out my sister who's also from CSB.
Oh, okay. So, Animo.
Siya yung natitipong nagagalit pag natatalo.
And that's a three-pointer by Ralph Balikig. So
great job so far by Melesio getting the ball down against CSB's pressure and doing it without taking up too much time.
And now here's Tongkara, the shot inside.
And like we said earlier, Tongkara knows how to do his damage in the paint. And you saw it that time. Did not rush, did not shuffle his feet, was able to score in the floater.
Now Ronald Baligig to Jesse Arsiaga. Arsiaga inside. And that will end our first quarter of play. We're in. Itong kumbanan ng CSB Blazers are on top by 5. 23-18. We'll be right back for the second quarter of action here in your Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 2. Look at the last game of the UST Growling Tigers. Mahaba-habang pahinga to for them, but that was last December 2. That was a blowout win against the Adamson Soaring Falcons, 74-46. As you can see, Naveen Fortsky Padrigao played a terrific game. 13 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, while Jeremy Robinson scored 15 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 steals.
Exactly. The all-around game of Padrigao on display, and that does not even include the defensive effort he plays with. So far, though, today, 2 early fouls for Fortsky, the former UAP MVP runner-up. So, guys like Melesio carrying the load right now for the Growling Tigers.
And one key number that we should check there is the assist. 15-5, 7 assists for Fortsky. 5 lang para sa Adamson, and that is a basket plus the foul for Andrews.
Another good find by Melesio, and another good job by Andrews to finish against the contact. UST is expecting a lot of big things out of Andrews this coming UAP season because of his athleticism, because of his size, because of his ability to finish in transition. Ipasok mo yan kasama si Manaytay and Cabanyero. Naku, malakas yung transition attack mo.
Pero that's one problem that UST needs to work on, the free throws, because there are a lot of misses already for UST here in the first half. 5-second shot clock. Inside the drive. That's no good. Rebound. Recovered by Gab Cometa. Cometa. Contra Tongkara. This is a mismatch. Speed against height. Oh, Gab Cometa. Pass. Matthew Ollie with a score.
So Cometa, I don't think he was able to get the balance he wanted to get the shot off against Tongkara. But that time, finding Ollie in the cut, the floater, and now CSB is back on top by 5.
Now here comes UST, another steal here. Matthew Ollie. Ollie, the pass. Ralph Balikay corner. Michael Mara, and look at the defense of UST. Nakabalik agad, forcing the turnover.
Exactly, and that time, Coach Laig of CSB telling Michael Mara, ipasa mo na kaagad. Because for the young basketball players out there, the ball moves faster when you pass it instead of when you dribble it. And if you have that rhythm already, keep moving the ball around until you find the open man because sayang na yung fast break opportunity.
And now you bring Fortsky Padrigao back in for UST. You bring in Ian Torres para dito sa CSB. So we're seeing the routine here for both coaches. Pag pinasok mo yung isa, I'll bring back my own version of your lead point guard.
Yes, and I like that matchup right now, Fortsky versus Torres. 2 very quality point guards as Fortsky, yes, gets called for the traveling violation. And sometimes that can happen, Coach Alvin. No? Mainit ka to start the game, you pick up 2 early fouls, biglang lalamig ka ulit. You need to get your rhythm back.
Now Ian Torres matched up against SJ Moore. Ollie, Tumara at the top. 15 seconds, shot clock. Padrigao, nag-help agad doon. Pass here, Arshaga. And that is a steal here. Tongkara, running the break. The big man, pass to Moore. Moore, the drive, the score.
There's the athleticism of one SJ Moore and what he's capable of, especially in transition. And that's more of what we want to see out of Moore as his UAP career develops. Because nung high school, alam naman natin kung gaano siya ka-deadly eh.
And now, Mara, pass here. Ian Torres, andun yung depensa ni Moore. That is... What's the call here? Umito si Joe Denebres. Oh, a technical there. Signaled by Joe Denebres.
I think this is going to be called on the Blazers.
Oh, I think, is it on coach? Oh. So, somewhat like what happened sa UST in the first quarter.
Yes, the refs trying to make sure that they maintain control of this game. And understandably, because so far it's been competitive, pero ang saya. I'm really enjoying this contest so far, Coach Alvin.
Close one. And free throw by Fortsky is no good. If you see how he shoots a free throw, not just in this game, but also in the last few tournaments na nakita natin siya, talagang pabanda no? Ang free throw ni Fortsky.
Tama. I think that time though, medyo na miss time lang niya yung shooting release niya. But knowing Fortsky, I'll probably try to get it back right away.
Pero why why do anything if there's no problem with that, you know?
That's true also.
Well, there's a saying, why fix if it ain't broke? Now Ian Torres inbounding from the baseline. And there's a foul there. Hila, nakita. Is that on Fortsky? Yes, I think it's on Fortsky.
And another technical foul.
If it's on Fortsky, pang-apat na yan. Fortsky.
Wow. So that's a big development here, Coach Alvin. Third foul on Padrigao.
Yun
and
na.
a technical foul which would be his fourth foul of the game. So
Oh,
Padrigao is one foul away from fouling out.
Oh, after scoring 13.7 rebounds, 7 assists in the last matchup, ngayon, 4 na para dito kay Fortsky.
Yes, and with 7:47 left in the first half, that is a big development for the Growling Tigers. And the UST bench, understandably not so happy with the development. But you know what, with Padrigao and foul trouble, this will give opportunities to guys like Melesio and Estacio, and maybe even Danting to show what they're capable of. Osang back in the game for the Growling Tigers.
Vanguardia gives it up to Ian Torres. Torres dribbling it. Moving inside. The teardrop. No good. Rebounded by Banco. Estacio. Estacio the drive. Lose the ball. Danting for 3. Gets it to go!
And sometimes that's why coaches get mad at their players for being too hesitant. Because when you're not hesitant and you're willing to let it fly, you can make shots like that.
Roger Ondoa. Pasok yan.
Nakikita natin si Ondoa parang it's like his mind and body aren't going the same speed yet. But because sobrang athletic niya, sobrang bilis, eventually you can see the potential of a great player blossoming.
Drive there, no good. Osang pass. Moore for 3. No good. And that is last touch on Morales.
And again, for SJ Moore, we know about his athleticism. We know about his penetration capabilities. If he wants to be a great college player like he was a great high school player, he needs to develop the jump shot.
Ito, Danting will try his luck. No good on the 3. We go down the other way here. Ian Torres. Pass to Serrano. He's looking for a teammate. Finds one in Vanguardia. Torres looks at the clock. Torres. Oh, nice wind. Nalusot na yun Ian Torres papunta kay Morales.
So that time, not great defense at all from Osang. He was supposed to be in drop coverage. Pero parang a half step too slow realizing what was going on. And because the low man had to help, that was an open layup.
Estacio, the pass. Banco, top of the key 3. Gets it to go.
Very competitive game so far with more than half of the second quarter to go. Great scoring out of both teams.
Now Torres, the pass here. Morales, 2-pointer. No good.
And that time, a much better job by Osang in drop coverage.
Go down the other way now. Estacio gives it up. Moore. The drive. The shot. That's too strong. Osang, the recovery. No. Vanguardia with the recovered. Here is Ian Torres. They have a 2-point lead here with 5 minutes and 25 remaining here. Torres, the pass. Serrano, the foul. But no basket there, but he will troop to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Alam mo, itong si Torres, matalino na player eh. And one of the ways, or one of the reasons rather, why he's a great player is because he's able to use that basketball intelligence in a quick pace. Diba?
Yes.
Tingnan mo dyan, drop coverage, si Osang. Torres went up, pretended to take the floater, got the defender to commit to him while his initial defender was still on his hip, and that left Serrano open on the cut, on the drop-off. He got fouled, and now he's gonna shoot 2 free throws.
And it's not just points na nadadala nito ni Ian Torres for the squad. It is orchestration. Is one of the key factors why CSB has really been playing well after season 99. In their tournaments na mga nilalaroan niya, etong si Ian Torres has really
Exactly.
been the catalyst of how things are running here. Aside, syempre, from the big three of Liwag, Serrano, Liwag, Sanchez, and Inot.
Once again, we're seeing Estacio play the point here para sa Growling Tigers.
Estacio, pass, Banco. Escobedo, pinasok na dito ni Coach Japs. That's a 3 ball by Escobedo. Instant offense coming off the bench.
The Growling Tigers 3-point shooting now really being a factor in this game. And after leading by 10 earlier, CSB's lead is gone.
Yes, and we are tied. Anton Eusebio, no good on 3. Rebounded by Osang. Let's see if UST can get the lead here. Escobedo. Or Estacio rather. Pass, Danting. 3 ball, no good. Osang, the recovery. No good on the stick back.
Oh, good effort by Osang. He's been a factor sa offensive glass the last few possessions for the UST Growling Tigers. As again, Torres.
Oh, keeping it alive here is Roger Londoa. Torres. Looking for the screen here.
Ganda ng handles niya.
Top. Mismatch at the post. Labas kay Ian Torres. Torres for the 3. No good.
Osang's making himself a factor now in the Growling Tigers bench. Wants their players to keep pushing the ball.
Osang for 3. No. Now the question here, Davin, is fatigue setting in right now for CSB? We all know that they came from a game last night in the other leagues. Ito na ba? Fatigue na ba? Ito para sa CSB?
I don't think so yet, Coach Alvin. I think it's a matter of UST starting to play really better in this game. And one of the reasons why that is because of Osang's great energy here in the second period, limiting CSB to 1 shot attempt per possession and also providing multiple opportunities for his team on the offensive end.
Danting now to the corner. Escobedo, stolen by Morales.
Turnover is a factor for UST though here in the first half that they have to improve on moving forward.
Cometa. The pass here. Matthew Oli for 3. Stop and pop. No. Rebounded once again by Osang.
And that's what I'm talking about. 1 shot per possession because of Osang's rebounding. Oh, Danting has to be ready in that kind of possession. Sayang yung 2 for 1.
Oo, nilabas muna ulit. Eto, Estacio inside and the score.
And there's the ball handling capabilities of Estacio that the Growling Tigers are excited about.
2-point lead now for the Growling Tigers.
I think this might be UST's first lead since it was 2-0.
Now let's see how things will be run here for CSB. Oli. The drive, the shot.
Wow, what a shot.
Over the outstretched arms of Osang.
And the bank is open on a Sunday.
Tabla tayo at 33 apiece. The pass to Estacio. Estacio moves in. That's a foul. And that is a foul downstairs according to our referee.
Great job by both teams so far avoiding foul trouble in this game. Neither team was in the penalty until the late stretches of the first quarter. And so far today, so far this quarter, only 3 team fouls each.
And a timeout is called right now by the UST Growling Tigers. Tabla tayo at 33 apiece.
Pinoyliga Cup number 1. 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 Pinoyliga Cup number 1.
And right now, UST slowly getting their acts going here. "14-second shot clock here. 2 minutes and 37 remaining here. Inbound here. Estacio. Nice spin. Estacio the shot. And it goes in.
Great play that time by Estacio, finishing against contact. And you might even say he could have gotten an end one opportunity.
Cometa now. Setting it up. Cometa to Oli. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Oli. The pass here. The shot. Morales in short. Oli. There was a foul.
Great effort by Oli. You like the energy he's playing with. And perhaps you're right, Coach Alvin. Maybe fatigue will eventually step in for the Blazers. And that's why you need guys like Oli to give those second efforts, the third efforts, especially when you're struggling. Because right now, UST has turned this game around towards their favor.
Now Matthew Oli shooting 2 free throws here. The first one for Matthew is good. And one player that we need to watch out for is Irel Galas. Irel Galas, I've seen him play for PLC clubs, for Kickstart Coffee, and he is one of those offensive spark plugs also that Coach Paolo Layog can work upon here in this game.
Was that turnover? Yes, looks like a turnover that time for the Growling Tigers. CSB going to get the ball back. And take note here, UST already with 4 fouls. So the next foul, if there's a foul here, would send CSB to the foul stripe.
Now, under 2 minutes remaining here. Galas inbounding. Binigay kay Ralph Balikig. Balik dito. Torres. Torres, the jumper. No. Osang with the rebound.
And once again, Osang cleaning up the boards real quick. Estacio has played with a good rhythm here in the second quarter. Tingnan natin if he continues to be aggressive.
Sa pass up. Moves in. The pass. The shot. No. Good for Suba.
Good find though.
Torres. Pass here. Balik kay Ian Torres.
Flare screen.
Morales, the jumper. No good. Osang, another board.
Zahias. I don't know how many rebounds he has yet, but it's probably close to double digits.
Yes, at yun. Earl sa pass-up scores naman dito. So it's a 3-point lead now for UST.
Correct me if I'm wrong, partner, but I think this is a 17-4 run for the Growling Tigers.
Yes, 17-4 already. Kasi
Torres
kanina,
wide open.
nice shot. Torres scores.
Once again, if you are a point guard or if you are a playmaker, you need to be able to move without the basketball as well. Because, yun nga, you're not always going to have the ball even if you are the starting point guard. And if you can make yourself a threat, moving off ball, even better.
You need a basket, you go to Ian Torres, and that's CSB's run here. Torres. Shot, no good on the bonus charity, pero Morales gets the ball. Under a minute left here in the second. Balikig, pass, corner shot, Galas, no good. Estacio now.
Osang wants the ball, got an early seal.
Oh, that's a good seal there by, or the defense there by Morales. Escobi, or sa pass up with the score.
Move.
39-36 the score. Balikig, pass to Torres. Torres looks at the clock. And
Not
there's
a good foul.
There's a foul.
Not
Hand
a good
check.
foul. Smart play as well by Torres. Selling the foul a little bit, aware that UST was already in penalty situation. And because of that, he's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2 charities. But 13 seconds left on the game clock. And right away, you can see assistant coach, I believe this is Jerick Fortuna for
Yes,
UST.
former.
Teaching his young player, you cannot make a mistake like that. You need to have better clock awareness.
Yeah, sabi natin kanina, this is a star-studded coaching staff. You do have Japs Kuan, a former champion in the US with UST. Then you have Jerick Fortuna.
Yes, former point guard, starting
Oh.
point guard for Coach Pido.
I was joking with him earlier and saying, your coach captain, Jerick Fortuna, because he is also a pilot.
Tama,
Talking about
exactly.
Jerick Fortuna. Pero sabi niya, coach daw siya ngayon. Coach siya. Estacio now.
Wow, good pressure by
defense.
CSB.
Yes. And that is, there's a foul.
Although it's not shooting, and the Blazers not yet in the penalty.
Yes. Coach Jobs Kuan would like to get one good shot here to end the quarter with 4.1 seconds remaining on the clock. 1 point lead still for UST. .1 seconds remaining here before we call it a half.
If you're the CSB coaching staff, you probably told your boys, do not foul under any circumstance. 4 seconds left. Do not give UST 2 easy points at the free throw line.
Estacio inbounding. Looking for a teammate here. High in the sky play. Pero
And now CSB will call for a timeout.
and let's see if they will adjust the clock kung nahawakan ba yan or hindi. Pero there's a timeout on the floor for the CSB Blazers. The score natin, 39-38. Official clock right now reads at 4.51 seconds dahil hindi nga hawakan yung bola doon upon the inbound.
I know. And you know, as a coach, if yan yung nangyayari after a timeout, it gets frustrating sometimes.
Yes,
Coach
because
Alvin.
tumawag ka nga ng timeout to draw up one good play.
Tama.
And it's in your front court now, CSB.
Exactly.
Let's see, they used their final timeout because they cannot carry it over to the next half. So
Exactly.
let's see how things will go here with one good play here. They have to throw it out. There you go. Suba gets a steal.
Wow,
And-
what a
wow.
sequence!
That's a good basket there. As Earl Zapasa makes the basket, making it a 3-point lead for the Growling Tigers, 41-38. We will be right back for your third quarter of action here in your Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 2. score natin at the half 41-38. And before we head on to the second half of action ng bakbang UST versus CSB, interviewin ng isang UST alumna ang isa pang UST alumna. CJ ang interviewing Japs Kuan.
Thank you, Alvin. Mga kaliga, kasama natin ngayon ang head coach ng UST Growling Tigers, Coach Japs Kuan. Coach, as a former champion point guard of UST, do you take Fortsky, Kyle, and the other guards of UST under your wings?
Sa training, I'm trying to give them all the knowledge that I could give. And the good thing about them is they're coachable, so masarap mag-impart ng knowledge to them. Even the other coaches naman, they're sharing their knowledge also.
Coach, can you give us an update? Bakit Kyle Paranada is not playing today?
Unfortunately, he's still in the States. So same with Jeremy Robinson. So yun. I think next week pata sila darating. So.
Coach Japs, meron po ba kayong gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
First of all, I just want to greet my wife and my kids, si Kairis, and to all the UST community.
Thank you so much, Coach. We'll be back after this short break.
The score. With about to start our first second half of action as we take a look at the halftime stats here. Right now, Naveen Ganlani
Yes, sir.
together with Alvin Tañada on the call here. And Naveen, you can see here, field goal shooting, it's almost the same. 12 out of 20 for CSB, 12 out of 22. But
Yep.
look at the rebounds there. That's 21 rebounds. 10 dyan kay Peter Osang.
Tama. And we were talking about it, Coach Alvin, on defense. Osang limiting CSB to 1 shot per possession and creating multiple possessions for UST. 10 rebounds, 7 points for the FSA. And sa CSB naman, Ian Torres, 13 points, 3 assists, 3 steals. But UST ended the second half, or the first half rather, on a 21-8 run. So let's see if they can keep that momentum going or if the Blazers will have another quick start.
And right now, you're about to start the second half of action here in our second game of your Sunday triple header. First game nga natin kanina, nanalo na. Winning their first match after 3 games. Itong koponan ng Lyceum kontra sa University of Perpetual Health Binyan.
Worth noting din, no, Coach Alvin, Fortsky Padrigal, 4 fouls, including 1 technical foul in the first half. But so far, UST in the lead, and they're starting the second half with Fortsky not playing as well.
Mahirap na rin kasi, 4 na personal fouls, and that's a traveling
Ooh.
violation on Danting.
That looked like a good move, but I'm guessing the referees might have seen something that we did not. Speaking of CSB, Antonio Eusebio struggled in the first half. I believe he went scoreless and had 3 fouls. Was Danting glad to see he's okay after slipping.
Pass, Roger Ondoa. Kita mo, Roger Ondoa sumusubok
Yes.
na sabayan itong si Osang.
Exactly. And also, if you're CSB, that's what you have to do. Now, it's not easy to score against an FSA, but not all of them always keep up with the verticality, and you might draw a few fouls. So, good job, Ondoa.
Talking about verticality, Ondoa brings a
Tama.
different side of verticality on that play.
Yung problema sa atin, Coach Alvin, more horizontal na tayo instead of vertical.
Grabe. Kumbaga, si Ondoa, kumbaga sa number 1, kasi
Oo.
pataas. Tayo pa number 0 na eh. Pabilog na eh.
Oh, that's the 4th steal of the game for Torres.
Lian Torres has played superb in this game. Not showing any signs of fatigue.
He's got good handles, but he needs to give the ball up faster.
Oh, Ian
good
Torres.
move though. Exactly. See, that's why he's good moving without the basketball.
41 all the score. Estacio moves in. Estacio, the
What a
drive and
move.
score.
What a move with that height, that ability to penetrate in the paint and finish. Estacio is going to be one of the players to watch out for when it comes to the Growling Tigers for years to come.
Ondoa, pass to Morales inside. Oy! Ang ganda nung play na yun, pero nagmintis lang doon si Ian Torres.
Oh, not a good pass.
Roger Ondoa on the break. Ondoa, shot, no good.
And that time, si Ondoa, instead of trying to lean into the body of Osang to draw the foul, took the floater, and that plays into the hands of the big man who's able to get the stop.
Pero nakita mo, yung wala siyang takot, no, kahit
Yes.
mas malaki sa kanya itong si Osang, kaya siyang blockin, talagang sinugod pa rin niya yung depensa nito ni Peter Osang.
It helps pag athletic ka no?
Yes, Estacio, the jumper, that is way out.
Exactly. You know, one of the secrets to having a good jumper is balance, and you can see right there, hindi maganda yung balance ni Estacio off the dribble.
Score natin, 43-41.
But also the Growling Tigers letting Estacio and the other guys in the perimeter experiment with their game. And this is the kind of avenue to do it, these off-season tournaments. As we see Eusebio still scoreless.
Nagsastruggle sila dito. And this is where they miss the services of Tony Inot
Yes.
and Justin Sanchez.
Exactly.
Those two players are very good perimeter players, slashing to the hole as Danting scores for UST.
Great move that time by Danting. And we talked about yung athleticism ni Ice before the contest. And you saw it there that time. Even if he was just a little bit in the paint, was able to leap and finish by scoring off the glass.
Now Danting shooting. The free throw here, it's good.
Let's see if the Blazers can muster up some momentum here. By the way, Eusebio should be fresh considering he did not play last night for the Blazers.
Yes. Ondoa, back to Ian Torres. Ian Torres, the pass, Serrano, extra pass, 3 ball on the way, Anton Eusebio hits it.
And let's see if that builds some momentum for Anton Eusebio as the Blazers could really use his scoring right now. Osang with the floater.
Nice move.
Yan yung perimeter skills na sinabi natin kanina when it comes to Osang.
Playing like a 3 guy here,
Yep.
Peter Osang.
If the Growling Tigers can recruit another legit big man and play Peter as a 4 to go with that big, Eusebio now goes back to back.
He's feeling it right now. He's feeling it. Here is Danting. Uses the soft Suba screen. Danting moves in. There's a foul.
Oh, that's going to be foul number 4 on Eusebio.
Oh, yes. Fourth personal foul on Anton.
That's tough because Eusebio had just hit back-to-back 3-pointers to
Yes.
get CSB back in this contest. And now kailangan niya umupo, and that is just irritating if you're a basketball player, if you have to
Yes.
sit out due to fouls.
Nagsisimula na siya mag-init eh.
Tama.
Estacio for 3. No good. Rebounded here by Osang. Suba gets the ball. Suba, the jumper. No good. Rebounded by Roger Ondoa.
So both Eusebio and Padriga with 4 fouls each.
Those are big. Oh!
Wow!
Nice high in the sky play. Ian to Roger.
If you're a CSB fan and you just saw that and you think that's our bench for season 100, oh, what a move by SJ Moore.
And he's saying, you're not going to talk about the other bench if you're not going to talk our bench.
Exactly.
as Moore scores inside. Pero you saw that move by Moore. Kanina in the first half, he was having troubles with the
Yes.
with scoring off the drive. Now he got the adjustment that he needed there.
Let's see if he can make this free throw.
Moore misses the free throw there. Still a 1-point lead for UST. Sa pass-up checks in for SJ Moore.
Now what Andrews did there that time, he did not get the ball back for UST. But by forcing CSB to take this play out of bounds, that allows the Growling Tigers defense to step up. Those are the little hustle plays players need to take note of because coaches like those.
And there's a foul there on sa pass-up. Now, if etong si SJ Moore can just build up his body more, he can be a good player. Because his body,
Yes.
medyo payat pa siya. No?
Yes. And maybe just learn how to have more control
Yes,
when he
on the
attacks
ball.
and drives. And that could come in very handy for him.
But he's still young. He can still grow as a player. Yan Torres, nice spin move there. But no good on that shot. Ondoa, another rebound for him.
Really liking the minutes of Ondoa in this game. Let's see if Torres gives his handle up right away.
Oh, nice up and under move by Ian Torres.
Again,
No.
Ondoa almost.
Lumalaban sa rebound Roger
Exactly.
Ondoa.
If you're Torres there, those last two possessions though, you need to move the ball a little more.
The drive, the shot, no good. Ondoa with the rebound. That is last touch on sa pass-up. Gab Cometa now checks in for Ian Torres. Now this is where we need to see Matt Ollie be the leader for this squad because you don't have Ian Torres now on the floor. You don't have Antonio Sebio. Matthew Ollie will be that guy right now.
Also, I'm curious to see if Cometa's going to be more aggressive, looking for his shot in the second half.
Gab. Pass to Morales. Good. Gives it up to Ollie. 10-second shot clock. Drive by Cometa. There's a foul.
That's going to be the third team foul on the UST Growling Tigers this quarter.
Shot clock at 14 seconds there.
Ondoa going to get the break here as Balikig enters the contest.
Gab inbounding now, the sideline. Morales with the drive. Morales, the shot. That's good.
Good move by Morales. CSB retakes the lead.
Drive by Sapasap. Nice drive. Ooh!
And Morales disappointed with the call, thinking he got all ball that time. But a strong move there by Tongkara. And sometimes, Coach Alvin, umatake ka lang ng malakas because of the force that you're coming with. The opposition, as we're going to see a warning here on Morales, you can draw the foul just by being aggressive, attacking the rim. Because it catches the defenders off guard.
Yes, tama ka dyan. Now Tongkara will be shooting the free throws here. The first one is... Oh, no, good. Not good there. Masyado malakas yung free throw.
Kita mo
na yun.
kaagad hindi siya nag-bend. Let's see if he bends his knees here.
Tongkara. The second one is still no good. And these are the things that you need to learn early. Because
Exactly.
you will get the foul a lot no? Because you're a big man.
Yep, exactly. And you need to make free throws.
Cometa. Pass, Michael Mara. That travel.
And once again, that is the development that the Blazers want to see in Michael Mara because they know that he has potential, they know he has talent, but the speed of the game, he just has not caught up to it yet in the college level.
The question kasi for Michael Mara is, he can play the 4, he can also play the 5, but he's too small for 5.
Yes.
The but he's more of a 4, but he wants to play the 3. He can play because he has that outside shot.
And you can see that he's still thinking more than he's just playing, as Estacio with another good move.
That's a 1-point lead for UST. And talking about Michael Mara, again, he needs to learn more of how he wants to really be known here in Philippine basketball. Is he a 4, a traditional 4? Is he a 3? Is he a 5? Diba? So
We'll see. It will also depend on Coach Charles where Coach wants to play him as Cometa misses the pull-up. Next foul of the Blazers will send UST to the stripe. And
there's a
there
foul.
it is. It's down, but I believe that Estacio should get 2 free throws. And you know, Coach Alvin, Padregao, 4 fouls early into the game. So far, Estacio has really taken over as the lead ball handler. And his penetration has led to a lot of great possessions for the Growling Tigers.
And not just Padregao, wala nga si Robinson.
Yes.
Wala rin si Kyle Paranada.
Yes.
And
Chase Lane.
Chase Lane.
Exactly.
Not here also.
Speaking of Padregao, he's about to check into this game. Fortsky already with 4 fouls. Let's see if he's able to stay disciplined and avoid potentially fouling out.
No, if Fortsky Padregao, ano yan? Magpapakakalma yan sa loob.
Let's see also if his head has cooled off already.
Let's see. Morales. Tubalikig. 10-second shot clock. The shot, no good. Rebounded by Liemit. Estacio the move.
Oh, great move. Just could not get the finish.
The drive. Oh, good defense there.
And let's see what the commotion is about.
Substitution now, Irel Galas. And Fortsky Padregao papasok.
I believe the Growling Tigers felt like they should have gotten possession. But CSB will have another shot to score here.
Arsiaga. Balikig pass to the corner. Matthew Oli for 3.
And you have to credit Balikig that time, moving without the ball, cutting when his defender's eyes weren't on him, then kicking it out to the corner, making the unselfish play.
Sa pass-up, offensive foul called on Tongkara.
Great defense that time by Matt Oli. Next foul here for UST would also put CSB in the foul stripe.
So a close one here. In this highly anticipated matchup, no?
Exactly. Really like the intensity. It's been close all throughout, no, Coach Alvin? We want to shout out all the viewers of the Pinoyliga stream right now. Thank you for spending your Sunday watching this game with us.
And shot there by Arsiaga to Novale. Fortsky Padregao running the break. Andrews, first break, the shot. Oh,
And
basket
one.
was a foul. That was an accidental contact naman by Matthew Oli. No intent to harm.
Exactly. And you know, good job that time by Padregao. He plays with such a good pace. Notice Andrews got the rebound, was trailing the play, and he had an open lane to attack. And then Andrews used that athleticism to get to the rim aggressively and finishes to get the end one.
Now the free throw here by Andrews to no avail. Rebound, habulan, and rebounded by Tongkara. Tongkara, that's traveling.
That could have also been a foul, but it looked like Tongkara traveled before he was held by the opponent. I like this Balikig Padregao matchup right now. I think they are two very hard-nosed point guards.
Yes, pero kailangan mag-ingat ito ni
Yes,
Fortsky.
exactly. Might have gotten away with a foul that time.
Arsiaga with the drive, there's a foul.
And that is going to put UST in penalty situation. While we have a break in action, we just want to shout out our very hard-working courtside reporter, Ma'am CJ Ang.
CJ ang syempre, kanina nga in-interview, UST alumna,
Tama.
interviewing an UST alumna himself.
Probably the most hardworking member of the Pinoyliga staff. And shout out also sa pinakagwapong skinhead natin, si Boss Benny Benitez. Idol ko yan sa basketball, si Boss Benny.
Boss, hindi ko po alam yung sinasabi yung gabi na. Pero idol naman natin yan, si Sir Benny.
Siyempre.
Pero 55 all the score, a minute and 50 left.
Ice Dantings set to check in for the UST Growling Tigers in the next dead ball.
Padrigaw. Padrigaw moving in. That is
lifting.
dribbling violation.
And you know, Fortsky Padrigaw, we know how talented he is. We know what he's capable of on the basketball court. But so far, you can also see the importance of playing with rhythm, no?
Yes.
When you're caught in early foul trouble, it can really mess up your overall performance at time. And Padrigaw called for the lifting violation, not something you will see out of a lead ball handler so frequently.
Balikig now, orchestrating the play. Balikig, the jumper. No good, rebounded by Danting.
The Growling Tigers wanting to push pace every chance they get. What a move by Danting!
What a shot by Isaac Danting.
Wow, great move. And we've talked about the athleticism, but that time Danting showing off the upper body strength. He scored over Ondoa, who is another strong defender himself. Danting getting the best out of his CSB opponent that time.
The good shot there. And Isaac Danting will be shooting the bonus.
Coach Alvin, I don't want to make predictions too early, but right now it looks like UST has the makings of a possible Final Four contender next UAP season.
A lot are saying that UST is one of the
dark
horses. Yeah, that's better. Because syempre, you cannot take out the names of schools like LaSalle,
UP right now. Yeah. Because right now, LaSalle and UP as the finalists, you imagine they come in probably on top of the power rankings. But the third spot behind them is open as Andrews.
Yes, dahil with NU, losing Kian Baclaan.
Yes.
And then, syempre, Ateneo losing lots of players. Jared Brown,
Kai Balungay.
Those are players that will be important also. So, race wide open for that number 3 and number 4 spot.
Good defense that time.
But we're not saying that number 1 and number 2 na itong LaSalle and UP.
Yes, exactly.
We're just saying
power rankings.
No, power rankings. The possible in the Final Four will be 2 of those teams. Here is Cometa. Cometa the jumper. No good. Rebounded. Padrigaw, 7 seconds. Padrigaw to Andrews. Andrews, upper body strength. Basket is good for him.
What a finish for the Growling Tigers to this quarter.
And one away to end the third. Run and gun basketball for the UST Growling Tigers as they take a 5-point lead, 60-55.
Pinoyliga Cup number 1. 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 Pinoyliga Cup number 1.
60-55 the score. Here in this matchup between the UST Growling Tigers and the CSB Blazers. 5-point lead here for the UST Growling Tigers. Alvin Tanyada together with Naveen Ganglani. And working the sidelines is the UST alumna herself. And this is a secret that we need to... Maya na lang. But one of the best volleyball players coming out of the Chiang Kai-shek School. CJ Ang.
Sipin mo, volleyball player,
Yun!
courtside reporter,
Yun na
model
yun.
pa din. I mean,
All-around
tawag
commercial
natin
model.
dyan sa basketball, Swiss Army knife.
Oo. One of the best. Sabi nga nila, pwede maglaro ng setter, libero, open spiker. O, nag-audition na yan, ha? Mga PVL teams dyan, ha? Baka may interesado daw kayo. Back to action here, Roger Andoa scores.
Wow. I think he's been the best CSB Blazer so far today, speaking
Yes.
of Ondoa. So the CSB coaching staff going with Eusebio to start this fourth quarter. As
Oh,
we
3-second violation yan,
a 3-second violation on the Growling Tigers. So both Padrigao and Eusebio with 4 fouls each starting the fourth period. Let's see if both of them can stay disciplined on the basketball
Yes,
court.
that's one good thing here. They just have to control their emotions here. Up next, mamaya dito, Navin, we will have our PLC clubs do or die matchup.
Yes,
so
sir.
abangan din yan ng lahat. Kaya
Yes, sir.
CW Home Depot, some of the players already here, going up against Bridgestone. And just to give you a brief input on that, CW Home Depot was undefeated all season long up until that
Wow.
last game against Bridgestone kung saan natalo sila. So,
Reminds me of the 2007 UAAP season, Coach
Yes.
Alvin. By the way, I also want to shout out everyone who came to ENDERUN colleges today to
Oh.
watch this very entertaining game live. For those of you who are missing college basketball, take note, we still have the action for you. Here's a Pinoyliga Cup. 100
Yes.
pesos lang ang ticket to watch live. Sulit
Tuloy-tuloy.
din, mas mura pa
Oo.
yan sa mga coffee nyo, mga
Yeah,
pagkain
oo.
nyo, di ba? So
And-
why not watch the game live?
and syempre, you'll get to see CJ Ang
Tama.
working the sidelines here. So, talagang,
At magpa-autograph kayo kay Coach Alvin, magpa-basketball tips
syempre,
kayo.
magpa-picture din kayo kay Navin Ganglani.
Ay.
Yun.
Oh, nice move.
Score there from limit.
That's another young promising Growling Tiger that if he can develop would be a valuable addition to the score. And take
Torres.
note, wala ba dito again si Paranada, si
Oo.
Robinson, si Lane.
And Gab Cometa scores on the jumper.
Yes, that's like I think the third time he's tried to look for his mid-range pull-up. It finally goes in. Look, exciting finish to, Coach. I am very intrigued to see how this plays out.
The post up here. Inside. Torres now. And Estacio, babalik na niya dito.
Pati si Oli.
And Oli. So Oli will be replacing to si Roger Ondoa.
Ondoa's going to get a break here. Probably a quick one before he finishes the game.
Yeah, probably around 3-minute break here. We could be back by the 5-minute mark.
Yes, sir. Oh, Cometa.
pass.
Oh, could have been an open jumper, but it wasn't a clean pass.
Torres now. Defense by Tongkara. Ian
Wow.
Torres, the drive. Arciaga inside for the score.
Ang galing ni Torres that time. No, he was hit with the pressure, the blitz, was able to break through and then find the open cutter in the middle.
Andrews now. Gives it to Fortsky. Padrigao, the pass. Inangat. Limit. The pass here, the 3 ball, no good. Rebounded by Tongkara. Andrews drives and the score.
All game long, Ashawn Andrews has portrayed that impressive penetration abilities, whether that's on the break, whether that's in the half court. Nice to see him developing well after not playing much in his first season in the UAAP. As that time, Torres, an ill-advised floater. Ooh, good pass.
Nice find. Limit. Basket plus the foul.
I believe it might have been Padrigao who delivered that pass in transition.
Nice find there.
And that time, if you're Ian Torres, that's a learning experience. You take a quick, ill-advised shot like that, more often than not, that's going to lead to transition opportunities for the opposing team.
But this is still a close one, Naveen.
Yes.
66-62. It could be 60 762. But we can see that it's a very close ball game here. Later on, we'll talk about how big these kinds of close ball games will be for the confidence of these teams when we come back. It's 67-62.
Pinoyliga Cup number 1. 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 Pinoyliga Cup number 1.
As we take a look at the fans here inside ENDERUN Gymnasium, halos mapuno natin yung kabilang side na yan. You can see there the fans watching this game, all out support for both squads.
Yes, sir.
And a close one here, Naveen. So how big is this game? Somewhat like it's still 7 minutes and 9, but this is a very close ball game. How big is this for the confidence of both squads heading into the at least the tournaments na sasalihan pa nila? And what are the learning experiences that they can learn from these kinds of games?
Well, definitely a close game situation. It's different compared to the first 3 quarters, no? And it's never too early to get reps in these kind of crunch time scenarios before the big leagues. And also for the young guys in the roster trying to crack the main lineups of their teams, this is an opportunity to show that they deserve those spots.
Matthew Oli missing that shot. Now Fortsky Padrigao, this is what he brings to the table, the stability. Slowing it down. Limit the extra pass. Osang!
Oh!
But look at that. Andrews with the recovery. Labas dito. Estacio 3, in and out, and there's a foul.
Offensive
On Osang.
foul on Osang. And going back to that first possession for Osang, you need to have more control and use the glass when you finish. But use the glass effectively. That time, masyadong mataas yung boarding niya. But
Nice. That was a nice find there by
Yes.
Andrews.
Yes,
Pinalakpakan
exactly.
siya
I was
dito.
about to say.
Pinalakpakan siya dito ng bench nila Coach Japs.
yeah, because given that he's been playing well, he could have taken that shot but opted for the open teammate. That time though, gambled on the steal.
Matthew
Oh.
Oli, dagger 3.
And you know what? If you're going to gamble for a steal and you don't get it, it can lead to a possession like that. No pressure in the pass, relatively open shot for Oli. It's a 2-point game.
67-65. Limit. Contra Cometa. Padrigao, the jumper. Oh, what a shot. Fortsky Padrigao.
And I believe that's the first jumper he's hit in this game. And you can see him smiling after making that.
Ian Torres, his own version of a 3. Gets it to go.
Sagutan! Okay, okay. All right, let's see what Fortsky's got this time.
Padrigao pass. Osang naman, version of a 3. No good. And the battle of the point guards here showing up. Oli, kumasan ng 3. Money!
Timeout for UST. And right there, Coach Alvin, you can see the quality of Torres' passing when he looks for the open man.
It has been Ian Torres running the show for CSB. They take a 1-point lead, 71-70.
Pinoyliga Cup number 1. 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 Pinoyliga Cup number 1.
Two 3-pointers by CSB have overtook the lead from UST. One from Ian Torres and one from Matthew Oli.
And on the timeout, Coach Alvin, you could see the frustration of the UST bench. Bakit
Oo.
hindi bumaba ang mga players nila on defense, on that Ollie three-pointer.
Yes.
And considering time, situation, score of the game, that's unacceptable.
Yes. And after one good play nila kanina, even though they missed, no, yung kay Andrews, pero after nun, biglang buhos no?
Tama.
Padrigaw. And now, CSB has the chance.
Great game. Also for CSB, considering they're playing without an FSA, you have to give them credit. And again, late sila bumalik last night, mga 1 a.m. na from their game in another tournament.
Oh, Ian Torres, no good on that. Uy, nice stop by Antonio Sebio.
Athleticism of Anton Eusebio on display.
Bago mo na yan kanina, nakita natin Sir Benny Benitez there. Mamaya, papakita natin ulit si Sir Benny. Enjoying the games. The drive.
Oof. Not a good possession for UST. Let's see now how Torres handles the situation as the crunch time point guard
Yes.
for the Blazers.
Serrano, balik dito. Kay Balikig, the pass. Oli for 3. He has been shooting well. That's a miss. And
Foul on the Blazers. But only the second team foul for CSB. Also only 2 team fouls for UST so far in the 4th period with 4:08 to go. 8-0 run for the CSB
Yes.
Blazers after UST went up 70-65. Great back and forth.
And the fans here inside the ENDERUN Gymnasium are really enjoying the games here.
Tama. Yes,
So,
yes.
maganda na yung naging first game natin between Lyceum and Perpetual Binyan. And ito pa. And again, we do have one more game remaining. That do-or-die matchup in the quarterfinals ng PLC clubs. Padrigaw for 3. No, rebound. And that's last touch on Anton. Kita-kita.
Yep. Good box out na just could not corral the rebound. And you have to give Osang credit for making it hard for Eusebio.
3 minutes and 44 remaining here. Padrigaw, he hit one earlier. Let's see if he doesn't. And he does not there. And there's a foul. Oh, stepping
Oh, wow.
on the
Crucial
baseline.
mistake for CSB. But they've been getting stops the last few possessions. UST has gone cold.
73-70 still the... Ito, Ian Torres mukhang ibabalik na dito after a minute of rest here. Padrigaw, 10 seconds shot clock. Padrigaw. Pass to Osang.
No.
Masyadong mataas.
Sayang,
Shot clock
and he
still
was
running.
open.
5 seconds remaining. Suba inside. And it's good.
Great finish. Great finish by Suba. Great composure.
Gab Cometa bring down the ball here. Pass to Ralph Balikig. The pass here, Gab Cometa, the fake. The pass, Matthew Oli. Oli, balik kay Gab. Gab for 3. No good. Rebounded by Osang rather.
And interestingly, UST going with Osang over Tongkara for the late game crunch time minutes.
Padrigaw. Pass inside. Osang. Inside. There's a foul.
That's a
That's
travel.
travel.
The UST Growling Tiger staff, let's just say, to put it nicely, disagrees with the traveling violation called
That's one
on
word.
Peter Osang.
Disagreeing with that call. Kahit si Coach Jobs ko, napapakamot na lang. Torres gets the ball.
Ball
Kontra
screen
Danting.
action.
Ball screen niya. Ito binigay kay Matthew Oli. Oli now inside. Ian Torres. That's not his range. That's too long. But he will try his luck. Almost goes in. Padrigaw. Tosang.
Oh,
That's
another
one.
travel.
Yeah, clear yun. That's a travel.
Exactly.
Ika, nagchacha. Ito si Peter Osang.
Nagcha-cha-cha.
Oh, cha-cha,
One.
moving inside. Going left, going right. Pero hindi pa nagdi-dribble eh. Gab Cometa now bringing down the ball as we are about to enter the twilight zone of this match-up. The last 2 minutes. And that's a block. Clear block. At
Oh.
tumama pa dito kay Antonio Sebio.
Let's see if
Double
he's
block
okay.
ay end. I think that's just parang
Cramps?
nabigla lang yung bagsak niya dun.
Yes.
And
Maybe
Antonio Eusebio is as strong as a bull.
good take by Eusebio, but just better defense by Osang, staying vertical in the shot block attempt.
Well, that's like triple block ay, no? So block na, tumama pa sa'yo,
Exactly.
tapos nasaktan ka pa pagbagsak.
Exactly. And good job avoiding the foul as well
Yes.
if you're Osang. Because sometimes in that situation, it's tempting to put your arms down when you're caught a little bit off guard. But Osang stayed ready.
Ang Padrigao. And Padrigao has kept himself out of that fifth foul, ha? Danting, pass here. Estacio,
He's been quiet for a while after having that impressive third quarter.
10 seconds. Estacio.
Oh, wow. Good
dribbling.
handles.
Oh,
Wow.
What a move. Back to a 1-point lead for UST.
That time, Estacio noticing where the open space was, then used his handles to get to that open space and finish. UST back on top by 1:13 to go.
Here's the drive. Matthew Oli. Wow. Over the outstretched arms of Peter Osang.
And that's why you learn how to use the glass when you attack.
Right now, let's see how things goes. Danting, the pass. Padrigao. Looking at the clock. 10-second shot clock. Padrigao moves. Padrigao slithers. Pass inside. Nawala. Open. The shot. No good.
CSB
now-
can get a 2-for-1 opportunity here if they use the clock to their advantage.
Now Ian Torres. Torres running. Torres moves in. Torres. The pass. Cometa. Cometa. The drive. The shot. No good. Rebounded by Peter Osang. Last shot time for UST.
Sweaty palms time, partner.
But again, they have fouls to give.
Let's see what happens here. Who's going to take the big shot?
Will it be this guy, Padrigao? And there's the foul to give. There's the foul to give.
Fortsky down on the floor. But as of now, it's called a regular foul on the Blazers.
Yes. But that is the fouls to give na pinag-uusapan natin dito, Naveen. They have fouls to
Yep.
give. They just have to check on the clock. Official time natin is 5.46.
5:46 left in the game.
Official time natin is 5.46.
If you're wondering why there's a stoppage in action right now, they're making sure that the game clock here in the arena is correct.
Even the coaches were like, how many seconds? Sabi 5 minutes now. So just give them around. Oh yeah, 5 seconds on the
Partner,
clock.
I
There you
would
go.
like 5 minutes left of this game. It's exciting.
And a timeout is called on the floor. And 5.89 seconds. That's a call. That's a clock. Yes. And let's see how things will be draw up. But I think we'll stay on the air.
I believe so.
Yeah, we'll stay on the air here. So Naveen, this kinds of situation, you have the fouls to give is there, but it's 5.89 seconds remaining on the clock.
So if
How
you're-
will you try to draw up one good play here? Because you know that possibly CSB will be fouling
Yes.
in a situation.
Well, first of all, if you're CSB and you're going to foul, you have to make sure under no circumstance does that foul come while UST is attempting a shot. You do not want to give them a chance to tie the game or win it at the free throw line. If you're UST, I would go with Estacio here, partner. I would try to get the ball to Estacio on the move, coming off pin downs and screens, get him to attack and finish in the middle of the paint.
Is it safe to say that you have to go straight once you get the ball and go drive to the basket, and you do not use that enough time? Because we all know possibly fa-foul nga itong kabilang
Yes,
koponan.
yes. Well, if you're UST here, there cannot be some extra dribbling around going on. whoever gets the ball on the catch has to be able to move right away.
When you dribble, you go to the basket, attack the basket. Not
Exactly.
dribble and just
Yes.
finish off the clock and let CSB foul.
And right now, Estacio here has a height advantage over Torres. I'm curious if that's the matchup that UST will go to.
And foul situation yan natin, they have one foul to give more for CSB.
They go to Fortsky.
They go to Fortsky. Vanguardia over there, and there's the foul. That's the bump. 2.31 seconds remaining.
UST will call timeout here, if I'm not mistaken.
So that's the last foul to give. So 2.31 seconds. So let's see how things will be drawn up here in this possibly last possession dito. And timeout situation. One timeout remaining for CSB, none for UST. Foul situation, pumasok na sa penalty ang koponan ng Binild. So one more foul mean free throws. While for UST, they do have two more fouls to give.
Partner, I just have to say, what a game. Start to finish, back and forth. Neither team really having the advantage for too long. And this is why we love the Pinoyliga Cup.
Yes, and two games that really was a very good game, a close games. 6-point win earlier by Lyceum against Perpetual Binyan. And then this game, turning out to be a big game for both squads.
Let's see what play UST goes with here.
Danting will be the one to
I'm
inbound
guessing
here.
Padrigao is gonna come. Yes, there you go.
There you go. They need, that's a tap.
Great defense.
Time remaining, 1.93.
USC going to go with the same play here.
But they moved much closer to the basket. So ingat lang sa cutters. Again, no fouls to give na itong CSB.
The ball hasn't been checked in yet, but guys already moving. Estacio.
No
no foul. CSB wins.
Yes, and that is a big defensive stop by the CSB Blazers. But that is how Pinoyliga basketball is all about. Final score natin 75-74. A great game for CSB, moving up to 2-0, while for UST they will fall down to 1-1 in this tournament.
Yes, great defensive pressure by Ollie. He was superb offensively all game long with his shooting, particularly in the second half. And that time when it mattered most, was able to break up the play that UST wanted to run and get this victory for the Blazers. Impressive win for CSB, considering they weren't the most well-rested team entering this contest, considering they were missing some key guys playing internationally right now, but they were able to get the win, and it is great momentum to build on the rest of the way for this Blazers squad.
All right, and now let's now move to center court for our school hymns. Game, and we will close our Pinoyliga Next Man Cup up.
Tayo ka lang dyan. Ganyan.
A shield of green and white, we'll fight to keep your glory bright, and never shall we fail.
those are our
Right back,
school
player of the game
hymns.
finished with 18 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds, and 5 steals. From CSB Blazers, Ian Torres.
And there is our Handbox player of the game, Ian Torres, being called out. And he will be interviewed later on. We're just waiting for Ian Torres to set up. Once again, our score, 75-74. Ian Torres now is with... All right, I think everything is ready now with our player of the game interview. And CJ Ang is with Ian Torres. CJ?
Mga kaliga, kasama natin ngayon ang Antbox Best Player of the Game, none other than Ian Torres of the CSB Blazers with 18 points, 5 rebounds, 10 assists, and 5 steals. Ian, how were you able to pull out the win in this very intense and close ball game?
Napula po namin dahil po sa defense namin tsaka yung sa system po ni coach. Yun po, sinunod lang namin po yung system ni coach lang.
Ian, meron ka bang gustong batiin at pasalamatan, especially your supporters na narito sa venue?
Una-una po sa lahat, binabati ko po yung mga sumusuporta po si SB. Binabati ko rin po si Boss Frank po, sila Coach Charles po, sila Coach Pau, sila Coach Gab. Mga coaches po namin, tsaka po si Coach Egay Billones po. Tsaka po yung sa mga ano ko po sa Batangas po. Ayun po. Sila Boss Kenneth. Yan.
Thank you, Ian. Back to the panel.
Thank you very much. And once again, with 5 steals and 5 rebounds. And that is it for our Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 2. And those are 2 games that really was special for this. But before we close this game out, any few words before we leave, Naveen?
What a game, Coach Alvin. Probably the best game so far of this tournament. Great performances from both sides. Kudos to CSB for the win. And for UST, some growing experiences, of course, but also some promising signs. We also should credit Matthew Ollie leading CSB with 18 points. Peter Osang with 16 rebounds in this contest. Fortsky Padragao, 5 assists to lead the Growling Tigers. And Ashton Andrews, the former UP Fighting Maroon, now a UST Growling Tigers with 10 points for the Growling Tigers. Great performances from both teams. I'm excited to see how else they perform. Ian Torres, best player of the game. Well-deserved. Some moments there where he might have held onto the ball for too long, but when he was making quick decisions and moving off ball, you could see how important he could potentially be to the future of CSB.
That is it here. And it was nice working you once again. The Woj.
Likewise, Coach Alvin.
The Woj insider of Philippine Collegiate Basketball, Naveen Ganglani. It was fun working with you, and we do have more games.
Yes,
in
sir.
the next few weeks for your Pinoyliga Next Man Cup Season 2. It will be posted through our Facebook page, but we have one more game for today. It's a do-or-die matchup of your PLC clubs, the Bakbakang CW Home Depot and Bridgestone. When we come back, this is your Pinoyliga Cup number 1.
Kay sigla ng gabi, ang lahat ay kay Maligayang Pasko po mula sa amin sa Warma Shack.